Hello students, welcome to my channel Rishit Academy. So in this video, I'll be starting a new chapter called Coordinate Geometry of class 10. Okay, so straight away starting exercise 7.1 problems. First I want to take 5 minutes of introduction class on this chapter. Okay, so in that first we must know what is a Cartesian plane. Right. So suppose the screen on which you are watching this video, if I divide that into 4 parts, then that looks like this. See here. Here what I am doing, I am drawing one line, horizontal line and one vertical line, and I am dividing this total plane into 4 parts, right? These 4 quadrants. What do we call this as quadrants? Such an image is called as Cartesian plane. Okay. Right? So if you observe, this horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis, and the point of intersection of these two lines is called as origin. Okay. Now if I am given a point, suppose A is point 2 comma 4, then how do we locate this point on this Cartesian plane? First of all, every point on a Cartesian plane has 2 coordinates. First one is called x coordinate. Okay, and similarly the second number is called y coordinate, right? And one more important thing is the other name for this x coordinate is called abscissa and y coordinate is called ordinate. Okay, you should remember this. This is very important. You may get this in 1 mark question. Okay, the x coordinate is also called as abscissa and the y coordinate ordinate. Okay, now so how do we represent this point on the Cartesian plane? Now we'll see that. See, simply first one is on x coordinate, isn't it? If you observe from origin, if I move right towards right side on the horizontal line, the numbers I get is all positive numbers I'll get. Similarly, if I move towards the left side of the horizontal line, I'll get all negative values. Right? Now, if I move upwards vertically, then I'll get all positive numbers. If I move downwards and vertical line, then I'll get all negative values, right? So how do we locate this point on Cartesian plane? Now I'll explain you. See, first x coordinate will always move on this ground, either right or left. If it is positive value, then it will move on the right side. If it is negative, it will move on the left side. And what about this y coordinate? Y coordinate will move either upward direction or in the downward direction. If you have positive number, then it will move upward. If it is negative, then it will come downwards, right? So here you see x coordinate is 2, means it starts from origin and it jumps 2 units towards the right side. So here, after that we have 4, that is on y coordinate, means from here we should move 4 units upwards. 1, 2, 3, see 4. So this is my point A 2 comma 4, means it has moved 2 units on this x-axis and 4 units on the y-axis, right? This is the point. Similarly, if they gave one more point minus 2 comma minus 3, so how do you locate this point on this Cartesian plane? See here, same thing. Now my x coordinate is minus 2, means I should move on towards the left side. Negative 2 is there. So 2 units means first it will move till here. Then afterwards negative 3 will be towards downside. So now I should move till here. 3 minus 3 point. So this is my B point, which is minus 2 comma minus 3. Okay. We locate the points on the Cartesian plane. Right. So now in your exercise 7.1, all problems are based on distance between 2 points, right? So they'll give you 2 points in the Cartesian plane and they'll ask you to find the distance between these 2 points. So we will make use of this formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. Chalo, now we'll start your exercise problems, right? So the first problem here, if you see, find the distance between 2 points. He is saying here he gave 2 points. First bit I am solving, a bit. A is coordinate point A is 4 comma 3 and B how much is there? 8 comma 6. So he is asking us to find the distance between these 2 points. So first we must compare this with x1 y1 solution I am saying here. See, we must compare x1 here, x1 equal to how much? 4 and y1 is equal to 3. Similarly x2 is equal to 8 and y2 is equal to how much? 6. Okay. Chalo, now we'll make use of the distance formula. AB is equal to how much? x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Everything comes under root. So now we'll substitute these values here. x2 here how much is that? 8 minus x1 is 4 whole square plus y2 is 6 minus 3, y1 is 3 whole square under root, right? So now 8 minus 4 is 4 square plus 6 minus 3 is 3 square, right, under root. Now we'll add this 4 square how much? 16 plus 3 square is 9 under root. Okay, now this will become square root of 25, that is equal to 5 units. Okay, so in this way we will find the distance between two given points. Now similarly we will do the next bit here, B bit, that is A is how much? Minus 2 comma minus 3 and B 3 comma 2. Okay, now same thing, we'll compare this with x1 y1. x1 here is minus 2 and y1 is minus 3. Similarly x2 is how much? 3 and y2 is how much? 2. Chalo, now we substitute this in that formula. See here that formula is there na, x2 minus x1. So directly I am writing the values here. So x2 how much? x2 is 3 minus, what is x1? x1 is again minus 2 is there. So again you should write in bracket minus 2. Okay, whole square plus y2 minus y1. Here y2 is 2 minus, again y1 is minus 3 is there. That is why I am opening one more bracket, whole square. Isn't it? This is x2. As per formula minus sign is there, but again x1 value is minus 2 is there, so I am writing that in bracket. Okay, so now when you open the bracket, what happens? See here, this will become, this 3 as it is I am writing, this minus into minus, this will become plus 2 whole square. Okay, similarly here also 2 as it is, this minus into minus will become plus 3 whole square, whole under root. Okay, now 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 square plus again 5 square under root. So how much? 25 plus 25 square root of, that is equal to how much? Root 50. So root 50 can be written as 25 into 2, isn't it? 2 into 25, 25 into 2, right? Then this 25, square root of 25 is how much? 5. So that will come out. So final answer will be 5 root 2 units. Here, second problem, if you observe, is saying show that the points A 4, 2 and B 7, 5 and C 9, 7 are 3 points lie on the same line. Right? So this is a very important problem. In both ways he can ask. He either lie on the same plane or show that these 3 points are collinear. In this way also they can ask. Collinear means what? All the points lie on the same line. For example, this is my straight line. So there are 3 points lying on this same line. Right? Then these 3 points are called collinear. Okay. So now we should show that these 3 points lie on the, suppose this is my A, B, C. So now how can I show that these 3 points are lying on the same line? Means first we should find AB, distance between A to B, and then we should find distance between B to C, and then finally we should find distance between AC. Okay. Now if you observe here, when I add AB plus BC, total distance will be equal to AC, isn't it? Right? Distance from here to here plus here to here. So total distance will be from here to here. Right? So these both should be equal. AB plus BC distance should be equal to AC distance. Okay? So in that way we will find. But chalo, now what we will do, first we will see, find the distance between AB. So distance between AB. So same formula, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square under root. Okay. Chalo, now we will compare this with x1, x2. So my point x A below, first x1 is equal to 4 and y1 is equal to 2. Similarly, x2 is equal to 7 and y2 is equal to 5. Okay. Chalo, now we will substitute that in AB formula. x2 here 7 minus 4 whole square plus y2 minus y1. So 5 minus 2 whole square. Okay. Everything should be written under square root. So 7 minus 4 how much? 3. 3 square plus 5 minus 2 how much? 3 square under root. So how much? So 3 square is 9 plus 9, that is equal to root 18. So this is the value of distance of AB. Now, okay, now we will see the distance of BC. Okay, so now we compare that with x1 and x2. Here my x1 value is how much? See, this 7 and y1 value is how much? 5. Similarly, x2 in this is 9 and y2 is how much? 7. Right, now we will find BC, distance between BC. Directly I am substituting in that formula x2. Here x2 is 9, x2 minus x1 is 7 whole square plus y2 here how much? 7, y2 minus y1 is 5 whole square under root. Okay. So 9 minus 7 is 2 square plus 7 minus 5 is again 2 square. So this will become 4 plus 4 under root that is equal to square root of 8. Okay. See, AB value we got root 18 and BC value we got root 8. Now I am finding AC value. So AC, distance between AC. So same formula, x2 minus x1. This is my x2, this is my x1, isn't it? So 9 minus 4 whole square plus y2 is 7 and y1 is 2. So 7 minus 2 whole square under root. Okay. So 9 minus 4 is how much? 5 square, plus similarly here also 7 minus 2 is 5 whole square. Okay. This will become how much? 25 plus 25 under root. So square root of 50. Square root of 50, how we can write? 2 into 25, isn't it? So why I am writing like this means we know the square root of 25 is there. So that I will write first. So square root of 25 is 5. Root 2 as it is I will write. So this is the value of AC. Right. So what I said to AB plus BC is equal to AC. Right. Then we said that these 3 points are collinear. See, AC value I got 5 root 2. But what about AB and BC values? So AB here I wrote, see, root 18 I got and BC I got root 8. So now we'll convert this. See here, AB how much I got? Root 18. So root 18 can be written as 9 into 2 is 18, isn't it? So what is the value? Root 9 value we know, 3. 3 root 2. Right? Similarly, BC how much? BC equal to root 8. Right? So now what I will do? This I can write as 4 2s are. 4 2s are 8. Isn't it? So square root of 4 we know. How much? 2. 2 root 2. Chalo, now we will check for this left hand side. So AB plus BC. AB value how much I got? 3 root 2 plus BC value how much I got? 2 root 2. So both are same, root 2, like terms. 3 root 2's plus 2 root 2's. Total 5 root 2's are there, left hand side. And what about right hand side? AC value how much I got? 5 root 2. So since this condition is satisfying, AB plus BC is equal to AC, therefore these 3 points are collinear, we can say, or else these 3 points lie on the same line. Okay. Now we'll see the next problem, problem number 3. See, show that the points 1, 7, 4, 2, minus 1 and minus 1 and minus 4, 4 are the vertices of the square. So this is the square with vertices A, B, C, D. So when do I say that this forms a square? Means we all know that the distance AB will be equal to BC, that will be equal to CD, that will be equal to AD, isn't it? The distance of all the sides, vertices, all the sides will be equal, right? Then the second property is the diagonals are also equal, means AC, distance between this A to C will be equal to distance between this diagonal B to BD. So AC will be equal to BD, right? So these 2 properties we need to prove. That's it. Then we can say that these 4 vertices, these 4 points are the vertices of the square. Okay. Chalo, now we'll start doing the solution. So first, see here, I'll name it. Let this point be A, first point 1, 7. Second B, that is 4, 2. Third point as C, minus 1, minus 1. And the fourth one as D, minus 4, 4. So now we'll start doing this first property, all sides. So AB first. AB means distance between A to B. So here this is my x1 y1 x2 y2, right? So x2 means 4, x2 minus x1 is 1 whole square plus y2 is 2 minus y1 is 7 whole square. Okay, directly I am writing, right? Then if you subtract this, you will get 3 square plus here minus 5 whole square, isn't it? 2 minus 7, right? So bigger number sign will come always, right? One has plus sign, the other one has negative sign, means we need to subtract this. 7 minus 2 will get 5, but the bigger number is 7, the sign of that number we should keep here, okay? So under root, chalo, this will become how much? 9, 3 square is 9, and minus 5 square will become positive 25, isn't it? Minus 5 whole square means what? Minus 5 we should write 2 times square, isn't it? Minus 5 into minus 5, minus into minus, this will become plus. 5 into 5 is 25, this, right? Plus 25 we will get, so this is plus 25 under root. So when we add these two, how much we will get? 34, square root of 34. So this is the value of AB. Now we will find the value of BC. Second, we should find the value of BC. So what is BC then? Same formula, distance between B to C. So here x2 is minus 1, x2 minus x1 is 4 whole square plus y2 is again minus 1 minus y1 is 2 whole square. Okay, chalo, square root. So this will become minus 5 whole square plus minus 1 minus 2, total minus 3 whole square. Okay, so minus 5 whole square is again plus 25, 5 square. So minus 3 whole square, 3 into 3, 9, plus 9. So again total will be square root of 34. Okay, chalo. Now 1 second I'll rub this distance between CD. Right, so same formula x2. Here x2 is minus 4, x2 minus of again minus 1 whole square. x2 is minus 4 minus again x1 is minus 1, therefore I have to put one more bracket here, plus y2, that is 4 minus again y1 is minus 1, so again one more bracket whole square. Okay, under root. So now minus 4, okay, minus, this will become minus into minus, this will become plus 1, right, whole square plus 4 minus into minus, this will become plus 1 whole square. So if you observe here, minus 4 is there and plus 1 is there. Total how much? One has negative sign and one has positive signs. Therefore we should subtract. 4 minus 1 is 3, but sign is minus, bigger number sign. So this will become minus 3 whole square plus 4 plus 1 is 5 square. So under root. So 3 square how much? 9 plus 5 square 25. See, again you got square root of 34. Similarly we will find last AD, last value, right? This distance we will find now. So now we will find the distance of AD, last AD, this distance. So AD, that is equal to same. Here x2 is minus 4 minus x1 is 1 whole square plus y2 is how much? 4 minus y1 is 7 whole square. Okay, under root. So minus 4 minus 1, total minus 5 whole square. Okay, plus 4 minus plus 4 minus 7. So we should subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3, but sign bigger number sign, that is minus 3 whole square. Okay, again under root. So now 5 square minus 4 square is 25 plus 3 square is 9 under root. Again I'll get here square root of 34. So if you observe, all values AB is equal to BC is equal to CD is equal to AD, all values we got root 34. Therefore all sides are equal length. Now we will find the lengths of the diagonals, okay, AC and BD, right? So AC distance how much here? AC equal to this one and C, distance between these two. Minus x2 is here, minus 1 minus again x1 is 1 only whole square, plus y2 is again minus 1 minus 7, y1 is 7 whole square, right? So minus minus, both have minus signs, minus 1 is total minus 2 whole square. Here minus 1 minus 7 both have minus signs, so minus 8 whole square under root. Chalo, now minus 2 whole square is plus 4 plus minus 8 whole square is 8 8 is 64 under root. So total will be 68, square root of 68. This is AC. Okay, now we will find the distance between the second diagonal, that is BD. So length of BD, distance between BD, right? So here B and this is D. So x2 is how much? Minus 4 minus x1 is 4 whole square plus y2 is 4 minus y1 is 2 whole square under root. Okay, so minus 4 total minus 8 whole square plus 4 minus 2 is 2 square. Okay, so this will become minus 8 whole square is 64 plus 2 square is again 4 under root. So this will be total how much? 68, right? Therefore here diagonal lengths are also equal. AC is equal to BD, right? All four sides lengths also we got equal, and as well as the diagonal lengths are also equal. Therefore these points are the vertices of the square. The conclusion you should write. So that's it, right? Now okay, now we will do the next problem, problem number 4. See here, find a point on y-axis which is equidistant from the points 6, 5 and b is minus 4, 3. See, point on y-axis means what? First you must know this. This is very, very important. So point on y-axis means x coordinate will be 0. See why? Because see here, first I have explained in introduction how to locate a point in the coordinate system, right? For example, see here, you have given a point 0, 2. So how do you locate this point on the Cartesian plane here? See here, here will be. So how do you locate this 0, 2? So x-axis means x coordinate is 0 here. So it will not move anywhere. It will be on origin itself, 0, 0 origin itself, right? And first then it will move towards y coordinate 2 means here. This is the point A 0, 2. Means what? If you observe this point is on y-axis, isn't it? This line belongs to y quadrant, y-axis. See, when x equal to 0, always the point will be on y-axis. We should remember that. If whenever they say that point is on y-axis means, obviously we should understand that x coordinate is 0 in that. If they say that point on x-axis, right, find a point on x-axis. X-axis means what? Y coordinate will be 0. Means suppose there is one more point here, 2 comma 0 is there. How do you look at this? See, now x coordinate is 2, means we should move 2 units right towards right side. But y coordinate is 0, height is nothing is there. So point is on x-axis itself. This line belongs to x-axis, isn't it? Right. So point on x-axis means automatically the y coordinate will become 0. Okay. You should remember this, very very important. This means point on y-axis. Point on y-axis means x coordinate will be 0. Similarly, point on x-axis means in that y coordinate will be 0. Okay. Chalo. So now we will solve this problem number 4. Let me rub this. See here he is saying find the point on y-axis which is equidistant from the points a 6, 5 and b minus 4, 3. Just now I said na, point on y-axis means x coordinate will be 0. So let P be the P0, y be the point on y-axis. We should assume that the point on y-axis be this one, where x coordinate will be 0. Just now I explained you, right? Y, this point we need to find y coordinate point, right? Okay. See what he is saying, this particular point P is equidistant from A and B, he is saying. Okay. So here suppose the point A is here 6, 5 and the point B is here minus 4, 3, right? And this point P 0, y are the coordinates of that point. This point P is equidistant from A as well as from B, is saying. Means what? We should find the distance of A to P, that is equal to distance of BP. He is only saying that AP is equal to BP. Then we should find the value of y here. Okay, this point we should find 0, y value we should find, right? So first we will find AP distance. AP is equal to, see here, x1 here 6 and y1 is 5, x2 is 0 and y2 is 0, right? So first x2, what is x2 here? 0 minus 6 whole square plus y2 is y minus y1 is 5 whole square. Okay, under root. Chalo. Now simplify this. 0 minus 6 is minus 6 only. Minus 6 whole square is 36 plus, if you observe this, this is in the form of a minus b whole square identity. Why? Because we cannot add this one variable, one number, na? We cannot add this, so we must make use of that identity, a minus b whole square. So if we expand, what we will get? A square. Here a square means y square minus 2ab, 2 into a is y, b is 5, 2ab plus b square is again 5 square. Okay, right. Now we will simplify this. 36 plus y square, 2 5s are minus 10y plus 25 Chalo, now we'll add the like terms here. 25 and 36 both are numbers, we can add those, right? So first we'll write y square term, then we'll write y term minus 10y, then here we'll write the constant, both have plus signs. If you add this, how much we'll get? 50, 61, okay, under root, okay. So this is the distance of AP. Now similarly we'll find now distance of BP. So what is the distance of BP? Same formula. X2 here. X2 is 0 minus X1 is here minus 4. So again one more bracket, minus 4 whole square plus y2 is y only minus y1 is 3 whole square under root, okay. Chalo, now 0 plus 4, this will become 0 plus 4 whole square plus y minus 3 whole square. Chalo, when you add this you will get 4 square, that is 16, isn't it? 0 plus 4 is 4, 4 square is 16. If you expand this again, a minus b whole square, a square, so minus 2ab, 2 3s are 6y, directly I am simplifying this, then b square is 9 under root, right? So now first we'll write y square term, then we'll write y term, then we'll add these two numbers. 16 plus 9 is plus 25, right? So this is the value of PP. So according to question, what is saying, these two are equidistant from this point P, means AP, distance of AP is equal to distance of BP. So we'll equate these two and we'll solve and find the value of this y-axis, sorry, this quadrant Y, okay. Chalo, let me rub this first. Okay, see here, see what is the value of AP I got here. This is the value of AP and this is the value of BP, right? So according to problem, these two distances are equal, therefore I am equating these two distances, right? So this is square root of this y square minus 10y plus 61, here also is equal to BP value is square root of y square minus 6y plus 25. See, this square root and this square root gets cancelled, isn't it? So what is left with? So I am bringing all the values one side. So what happens? This left hand side value will be as it is. When these right hand side values comes left hand side, what happens? This will become minus y square and this minus 6y when it comes this side it will become plus 6y. This plus 25 when it comes this side it will become minus 25 is equal to right hand side will be 0. Okay, now we'll see here x y square plus y square and minus y square gets cancelled, right? So what is left here? So minus 10y and plus 6y. So one has negative, one has positive sign, therefore we should subtract. 10 minus 6 is 4y, but greater number sign we should keep here. So I have kept here minus 4y. Plus, if you see here, plus 61 minus 25. So here also one plus sign, one minus sign. We should subtract 61 minus 25 is 36 plus 36. Why? Because the greater number is 61. Right? Is equal to 0. If you take that 36 that side, it will become minus 36. Then what is the value of y? Then y is equal to, this is in multiplication, when it comes here, it will get divided. 36 by 4. So 4 9s are minus gets cancelled, so y equal to 9, right? So the coordinate, we should find that coordinate na 0 comma 9 is the point on y-axis. Okay, the next problem is fifth one, to show that the following points form an equilateral triangle A is a comma 0, B is minus a comma 0, and C is 0 comma a root 3. So we should show that this forms an equilateral triangle. So see here, equilateral triangle means we know, suppose this is A, B, C are three vertices. We know that in equilateral triangle all the sides will be same, means AB will be equal to BC, that will be equal to AC. The lengths will be equal in an equilateral triangle. So that is what we need to prove here. We should find the distance of AB, then BC, then AC. If three distances are equal, then we can say that the given triangle is equilateral triangle. Okay, so we'll start the solution here. First we'll find AB distance. Okay, so AB, x2 here, x2 is minus a minus x1 is also a, x whole square plus y2 minus y1, 0 minus 0 whole square under root. Right, so minus a minus a is minus 2a, both have negative signs, we should add those two, whole square. This values 0 minus 0, we don't want this, that will be 0 only. Right, so if you observe, this will become how much? The square 2a whole square means what? Minus 2a into minus 2a. So total minus into minus plus 2 2s are 4. A into a is a square. So 4a square under root. So square root of 4 is 2. A square means 1 square, but root gets cancelled, you get 2a. Right, so AB value is, length of AB is 2a. Similarly, we will find BC length now. So same, x2, here x2 value is how much? 0 minus of minus a, again minus a is there, whole square plus y2 is a root 3 a minus y1 is 0 whole square under root. Okay, so now if you observe 0, this minus into minus, this will become a square. Here a root 3 minus 0 is same a root 3 only, a root 3 whole square under root. So now if you simplify this, this will be a square only. Here what happens, the square root belongs to this a as well as to this root 3. A square root 3 whole square means this root and square gets cancelled into 3. So only 3 will be there, isn't it? See here, I'll explain it clearly. A root 3 whole square is there now. So this square belongs to this a square, and also to this root 3 square also. So this square and root gets cancelled. So a square into 3 is 3a square. Okay. In this way we will get this 3a square under root. So when you add this, these two are like terms, 1a square plus 3a square, total 4a square under root. So square root of 4 is 2. A square, square root of a square means what? This square and root gets cancelled, only a will be there. So again I got 2a BC length. Now we will find finally AC length. Okay, AC is equal to same formula again, distance AC. See here, x2 is 0 minus x1 is a whole square plus y2 is a root 3 minus y1 is 0 whole square under root. Chalo, 0 minus a is minus a only, so minus a whole square plus a root 3 minus 0 is same a root 3 whole square. Okay, chalo, minus a whole square is, we get positive a square plus, so this square belongs to A as well as to this root 3 also. So this will become 3A square, right? Now A square plus 3A square, total 4A square under root. So this is equal to square root of 4 is 2, A square under root of A square is A, right? So I got all three distances equal, that is AB is equal to BC is equal to AC, that is equal to 2A. Since the three sides have equal length, the given points form a equilateral triangle. So that is the conclusion. Okay. So that's all for this video, and thanks for watching my video till the end. And please, if you like this video, then please press the like button and subscribe the video, and please share with your friends, and most importantly, if you have any doubts, please do write me in the comments. Okay.